Mike Perlak here to entertain you with the help of Pink Floyd. Mm-hmm, 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 to get around the algorithm, I figure I'll just hum the songs. I'll be making reference to it again later in this video. Just gotta get ready for back to the old grind tomorrow, but I took today off and took the 2-hour drive to visit my mom. And I just wanted to get a video journal entry out there before I call it a day today. Yeah, the fat on my body must go. Life is too short and precious to be overweight and unwell. Sugar is the enemy. Salt, for me anyways, is okay. I've never had a salt problem. I never in my life had high blood pressure. But I need to make sure I don't use that as an excuse to pull a free-for-all. Because after all, salt intake is still associated with heart health. I just never have a problem with it. Also, overeating has a negative effect on the brain, too. If I don't do it, I don't overeat, and I wake up and I remember things better. My brain just works better. I remember songs from years ago. But I also, this time I got to beware of that antsy or mentally restless feeling, because I got to work so much. I don't have enough time for my thoughts and ideas to come to full fruition. But for the first time in my life, I've actually been praying to God for help with this weight losing, this eating disorder I've struggled with for most of my life. I'm sure I've probably asked God for help in the past, just casually over it, but it never really sunk in to me to ask God for help, to help me with something as mundane as weight loss. It's like, but I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of things differently these days. I don't know if it's because my male feminist father's gone, and as I said in that last journal entry that I posted, that's like a billion pound weight lifted off me the day that man went away and became God's responsibility. I was looking at my YouTube studio information in there, and of my currently 217 subscribers, I also learned that YouTube will systematically go in and remove bots and trolls, and so yeah, which I don't know about trolls, but definitely bots and AI crap. They will actually go in there and remove subscribers that came from that basis, and that would explain the fluctuation. I've always had the current 217 subs, but I've always had it where it went up a couple, it went down one or two, went up 3, went down 1. A good ratio, anyway. It's still in the right direction, which is good. But currently, of my 217 subscribers, only about 47 of them made their subscription public, which I kind of like that. I like that because to me, that means most of my subscriber base are quiet, maybe intelligent people. And that's not a judgment call on the ones that are public, the 47 that are public. Maybe they're just people like me who are just trying to do something on YouTube for whatever reason, trying to be successful, to make it on YouTube. Yeah, but I would say to that, define success on YouTube. That's what I would say to that. Because one person's definition of success on YouTube may be different from another person's definition of success on YouTube. Recently, I had a conversation with my sister, which I told her she's a huge Michael Jackson fan. And recently, I told her I just wanted to say I'm sorry for ever making or laughing at a joke about Michael Jackson. But when we were growing up, both her and I both went through phases where we liked the guy, we didn't like the guy, we made fun of the guy, we didn't. So, oddly enough, for some reason, when I liked him, she hated him. When she hated him, I liked him. I don't know what it was. Maybe some sibling rivalry thing going on. Really was the heart of the issue. But that's when we were kids. I'm saying, but I told her that I, honest to God, am sorry for every joke I ever made myself or laughed at about him, because I've come to the conclusion that I actually kind of relate to the guy a little bit, having had my own abusive upbringing in terms of not having much of a childhood. So I find myself more recently, the more I learn about the guy, actually kind of relating to him. I explained it to my sister once years ago, and she's like, "Yes, that's that." So when we feel bad about ourselves, or we're unconscious about ourselves, we go and eat a pint or even a gallon of ice cream. Michael Jackson, because he has the means, he go out and gets his face messed up. And my sister was like, "Yeah, that's exactly it. Now I understand." But I don't. I'm about to be very, very vulnerable here on this platform. So if you can't handle that, just stop watching now. So I don't have a Neverland Ranch. Frankly, I don't have the money. However, I do have a storage facility that, in part, is where I keep a lot of vintage toys that I've collected over the years through Goodwill, Salvation Army, thrift shopping, antique stores, flea markets, whatever. I have an eye for it. I just do. I remember stuff from childhood, the very limited childhood we had, and I never really got to, as a child, I never really got to, explore playing with this stuff enough, So I may not have a Neverland Ranch to deal with my child abuse past, but I do have, a storage facility with vintage, and I have an eye for this stuff. When I'm old, I can sell some of it. I don't know, vintage Fisher Price or Play School was another one. I have an eye for vintage stuff. It's just God gave me that eye. That's one of my talents. I just have an eye for vintage stuff like that. But anyways, on my last video, I was talking about I'm gonna start putting myself out there in these clubs in the next town over that have vineyards and stuff where the young people hang out. The odds are not in my favor, but the odds would be better than zero. But the odds are that I still just will be on my own, living in my beautiful home all to myself for the rest of my life. And I've reached a point in my life where I think I'm starting to understand the message and the lyrics of the Pink Floyd song, Comfortably Numb. Whatever will be, whatever. So recently, when I take this trip to visit my mom, I shared this with a cousin of mine, actually, and I just loved his reaction. He says, "Yeah, when you drive out there, the closer you get to Chicago, do you just feel like a tension in the air the closer you get?" His reaction, I love it. My cousin reaction. Yeah, and I hate it. That was good. So I did that go out there that took that 2 hour drive. Actually, I'm going to contemplate finding an alternative route to avoid this construction on the expressway that they're doing right now, because people drive like nuts out there. It's like if I could find a safer route, even if the trip takes an additional 10 minutes, I'm okay with that. But so I did have my visit with my mom. And we watched, as I told you in the last video journal entry, we watched Limitless, the male equivalent, if you will, or the outer human mind of Lucy, whereas Lucy had more to do with the inner human mind, or maybe the female version of this movie. But very good movie, and the ending is I remember. This is only the second time in my life watching it. The first time was probably when I bought it in 2012. It came out in 2011. 2011, that's before Hollywood went totally. But it does have a very happy ending, spoiler alert. The guy, not only does he wean himself off the pill that just makes him smarter, but he makes a conscious decision to say, okay, this is it. This is as smart as I'm going to be, and I'm going to be happy with it. Which prompted me to show my mom the last interview from George Carlin before he died, which you can check that out. So it's archived out there, where he talks about how human beings gave up everything to the high priest and to material possession and. It's like, when is enough enough, But I ain't worried about it. I got a beautiful home. I got a reliable vehicle. I probably will have to buy one more vehicle before I retire. And then just live my life. Probably get like a small SUV with that weird gray color. I see some cars out there now. It's like a flat gray. See them on some vehicles. But, one more note on the movie Timeless. Trump's name is in the movie. I had to back it up and pause it because I thought, did I just see what I think I saw? Apparently, Trump must own some sort of skating park in the city, because there's a scene it takes place in this ice skating public ice skating thing. And it's got Trump's name on it. So, that would have been 2011. About 5 years before the world decided that they hated him. Funny how that worked, huh? Yeah, De Niro was in the movie too, and his character is just a jerk. But his character is obsessed with more. That's why he can't understand it when he thinks he's going to have a hold over the guy. I'll be, how are you going to get your supply? Keep getting that pill. But he doesn't realize the guy already weaned himself off of the pill, and now he's just content with his life now. And the De Niro character couldn't conceive of that. Like Verlac. That's enough. Anything more, I'd just be babbling. Thank you for your time.